the minimum wage standard that they came up with, the buying power that it afforded. Why not? I mean, give me one reason why they shouldn't. Of course they should. It's unconscionable if they didn't. There's every reason in the world. There's every justification. There's every basis for giving cost of living adjustments, adequate, proper, proportional, commensurate with the real cost of living. And that would have kept the thing in check. The employers would have complained. The rubber would have met the road. It would have acted as a stop, fail-safe right there. But they didn't. You see, now we're divided and we're balkanized. And it's really screwed up. America's become really screwed up at the hands of really screwed up evil men. And we're in a lot of trouble. We need God. We need God. I don't know how many times I can say that, how much more emphatically I can say that. But we need to turn to God for help and say, God, please be gentle with us, because he's going to let crap get worse and worse and worse and worse for humanity until he's got our ear, till he gets our attention. He's not causing things. Nothing bad is ever God's fault. He didn't create money. It was an invention of evil men to steal from righteous men. That's all it is. It's an adversary of God, an enemy. They're at forever enmity. That notion, that perverted idea. It's like a false competing God. That precept, that invented, concocted, conjured up, diabolical, devilish, cunning invention we call money, that we all accept, we're all trained. It's normal. This is just the way it is. You see? So that's why guys like me sound radical, because I'm just pointing out the truth that anybody can get to go to God and say, yeah, that's the way it is. That guy's not crazy. He knows up from down. He knows right from wrong. He knows ethical from unethical. He knows there's something really momentous and evil going on, something very foreboding, okay, something very ominous with the evildoers. They're acting out. They're acting up. The demons are going crazy because they know their time is short. It's writ large now. They know the snowball effect of information and knowledge and wisdom and the accompanying empowerment is coming for them. They're going down. They know God's not going to relent. He's going to get his way. And those people would be miserable in the heaven that the righteous want. A world of peace and joy and contentment, bliss all the time, freedom, security, prosperity. They would hate to be there when they didn't have an advantage over. They couldn't oppress others. They can't be the slavers over other men. They can't be better at VIPs. So what's God to do? They get to go to the place they bought. That's it. They take all their money with them. They're going to be so miserable with nobody to bully around but themselves. Could you imagine? These are the types that say in their heart, I'd rather rule in hell than serve in heaven. But not me. I'd much rather serve. I'm glad to serve. Give me a body that's not decrepit, that doesn't decay and decompose. Yeah, I'll be happy to. Happy now. I love to serve now. I'm getting old. It's getting harder. I got health issues. But I still need to be useful in some capacity, and that's what I think. I think doing this video series has been far more important than what I do for a buck. Yeah, I'm an artist. I'm creative like everybody. I like to express myself in my work. I'm a landscape artist, and people appreciate the work I do. It's good work, high quality work. I'm like a level 10 landscaper. You know, I do as good a job as anybody, and I enjoy it, but I've got health issues that prevent me from doing it for long. And I do like to put my whole self into my art, just like any good artist, devoted artist is, and then get better and better and better at your art. So that's everybody, you know, the human nature is like that. Have you ever wondered if other creatures enjoy observing man? I wonder that. You know, you listen to a songbird and you wonder, they're looking at us sometimes and wondering, and all the other creatures that kind of stand in awe of man. And we are an awesome creature. And there's all the reason in the world, but it's interesting. Every creature's perspective. They all want to live, even no matter what the creature is. You notice they all have that instinct to have fear and to want to live. And it's just one of my curiosities. So we all know Trump has COVID. Oh well, what are you going to do? I think we're all going to end up getting COVID. It's all you need is one germ. I think they're putting us on to say somebody's going to stop from being subjected to COVID. I think that's a lie. I think, or they're deluded, one or the other, but I think they're totally wrong. I like this guy, Hal Lindsey. You can watch Hal Lindsey on YouTube, but, he's like in his 90s and he still looks good. The chicken processors are charged with price fixing. Isn't that funny? But, the people fixing the housing market, no, they're too big to jail. They're too big to fail. No, we got to comply, capitulate to these people. I saw an interview on this Armstrong Williams show. I really like this guy. It's like Saturday mornings or something. But he had an interview with Trump. The guy was on the up and up. It was a really good interview. Trump's not racist. If he was, that interview couldn't have come off nearly as well as it did. I was slamming the internet wishing all computers would sprout wings and fly away recently. And I still feel that way. I really do sometimes. I really wish, and God knows. Sometimes I just like to throw my computer into the ocean, and just be done with it. Never to go there again. But at least I've gotten off things like social media and email and crap, so... I like this. I watched this TMZ Live, Charles and Harvey. And they're both opposed to violence when it's Trump haters, but the violence against others. They think it's entertaining. They watch some guy getting punched, and but yet they'll say sticks and stones will break my bones. It's okay one way, but not the other. Don't be hypocritical, guys. That's the point I'm trying to make here. So, and Harvey Levin's defending Jeff Bezos because he gave $12 billion to climate change. Who the hell gets that? I didn't get any of it. No more YouTube comments, I noticed. All right, friends, I'm going to get into some recent thoughts from the last week or two and try to read really quick. You really want to lift God's wrath, a wrath which comes in the form of allowing human-related disasters such as unquenchable forest fires, disease pandemics, and heinous crime. God has one clear, unrelenting message to evildoers and their army of inadvertently evil minions. Set the captives free. Your time is up. I think I read that last week, sorry. The best reason, the greatest incentive to living our lives as decent, upright, kind-hearted human beings is that if we are, we will be found worthy and deserving of entering into a better world, a new world right on the other side of this veil, this thing we refer to as death. If an individual doesn't want to live forever in an increasingly better realm of existence, they will be blind to the beauty or the relevance of such a nebulous, obscure, and intangible value. If you don't have the fear, that is the reverence of the Lord in your soul, you don't have bupkis. I strongly contend that our level of stress is largely dictated by a powerful, artificial external force. That force is money, and or the lack thereof. It is wrong, it is immoral, it is unethical, it is evil. Therefore, in order to totally de-stress, each and every form of money must be abolished. How are humans screwed up? Let me count the ways. How many anchors does it take to moor a ship, to demobilize it? Not many. How many flies are acceptable in your ointment, including the accompanying maggots? Not many. How many turds, big, small, or in between, in your punch bowl does it take to render it inconsumable? Not many. Therein lies the explanation of how and why our civilization, our species, is so screwed up. A critical mass is not to be confused with a majority. In fact, the opposite is true. Just enough to get the job done. The last thing you want to find yourself doing one day is attempting to defend the concept of money on Judgment Day. God, how I wished I could say I'm the nicest guy I've ever met, but I cannot. Leave it there. Listen, best to everybody. I really mean that because I want the best for me. And so it's as simple as that. And have a great day, great week, great weekend.